Welcome to San Diego Market Movers. I'm your host, Valerie, and we're here with Miguel Nunez. Hello,
Hi,
Miguel. How's
Valerie.
things going?
Very good, thank you.
All right, so you host a lot of trust homes that are on the market for sale. How are people supposed to, or trust or probate, how are people supposed to get their property ready for market with the least amount out of pocket? What things should they fix?
Yeah. Well, and that's a good question. Before we put these properties on the market, we really need to understand what's going on with the case.
Right.
What's the family dynamics? Is there money available or not? Is there somebody fighting about each other? I mean, so there's so many aspects that we have to take into consideration. Based on that, and let's assume that there's little, or that everybody's taking care of the money. We have to realize that not everything. We're not there to improve the house. We're there to sell it. There are certain things that we do have to make sure that they're taken care of, whether there's money or not. And sometimes we finance that for a little bit. So the house has to be clean, the furnace has to be working, the smoke detectors have to be installed, and water heaters have to be secured. So those are the basic things that have to happen for a house to be sellable. Now, of course, so that you can get a loan on. If somebody comes in and pays cash for it, they don't care. There's no appraiser coming in. There's none of that. So the next thing is, okay, well, what do we do? We're talking about an example about a carpet. Let's say that there's a big room and there's a big ink stain in the middle of the room. Do we change the first reaction is, well, let's change the carpet. Well, what if the change does not match what a potential buyer would want? So what we sometimes do, which is a little bit awkward, is that we clean the carpet, but we leave the stain. And sometimes we offer a credit for carpet, but we do allow the buyers to come in and choose their own carpet. Maybe something else. Paint is very cheap. And you're not modifying any of the house. I remember one judge told me once, Miguel, your job is not to improve the property. Your job is to sell the property. Once you improve it, then now you own it, because there are some potential issues that could carry on after the sale that could come back and bite you. So we have to be very careful with that. And we have one example where a property they decided to change new carpet, and nobody told, the installers didn't tell anyone that, oh, by the way, one of the rooms had a big crack in the slab. They just put a carpet, that's their job. They just put a carpet on top of it. Of course, 3 years later, the owners decided to change the carpet and discover that and said, there's no way that somebody could have missed this one. So now everybody's involved in a lawsuit. So that's why we try not to do much. And then, of course, the last one is, where do you stop? Well, okay, let's paint here and let's move. Let's improve a little bit the kitchen. Well, now that you did the kitchen, well, let's do the appliances and now the lighting. And so there's nowhere to stop that is meaningful. All the investors tell me, Miguel, don't touch the homes because we're going to change everything anyway. So it's a fine line. And again, my job is to minimize the expense for the estate where it's not needed.
Right. Makes a ton of sense. And I think you guys should heed that advice, whether it's a probate trust sale or just a standard sale.
Right.
You want to do health and safety, and then maybe some things to spruce it up, but don't go overboard, because a lot of times the new buyers have their own vision for your home.
Yeah.
All right. Thanks, Miguel. Of course, we love your expertise. And thank you guys all so much for watching, and we'll see you next time.
Take care.